so many covers of that song. 15 minutes gone past the hour. It's time for a final conversation. And I literally do not need scripts. I do not want to bore you with stats, facts, and all those type of research, pieces of information that I like to dole out. And I'm going to go straight to the question this morning. Please listen very carefully. Like I said, our two big conversations for today are very nuanced, culturally nuanced conversation. First and foremost, the one about groping people in public, particularly women, and now this one. This one is about corporal punishment, right? Corporal punishment. Now, my question is this. Are there instances where corporal punishment is a must? Listen, are there instances where corporal punishment is enough? Is a must, rather. Is a must. You see, several documents, several papers I've read in recent years, told the line that flogging children using corporal punishment doesn't really improve the moral standing of a child, doesn't make the child any better. In fact, in some cases, it may make the child not feel secure. It may make the child be weak because the child is always second-guessing what he or she should do because the child is expecting the cane or some form of punishment to materialize. So it doesn't really make for confident individuals, right? That's some of the literature I have consumed over the years concerning this. Now I juxtapose that with some researchers who also believe that some form of punishment, even corporal punishment, is encouraged or should be encouraged, and they usually make reference to, even in the animal kingdom, that the animals sometimes will scold or punish the young ones, particularly the pups, the cubs, the calves. When they are overly boisterous, sometimes the male or the female will snap at them, not just lick them to stop disturbing mommy. No, they snap at them. If you have dogs, you probably have seen this play out, in your space, when your dog, particularly the female, when she is trying to wean the pups, stop allowing them, breastfeed. You see the same thing with elephants. You see the same thing with goats. You see the same thing with lions and everything. They snap at them. They hey, shake, come on, go away, shoo. And eventually, they will push them out of the herd or out of that group when they are mature enough. So there's some form of punishment, right? Or there's a correcting of behavior. A correcting of behavior that involves physical action. Now, some would say, well, we are higher animals. We don't need to do that. We should be able to talk. The reason why you have so many people in countries like Nigeria who are afraid to speak, because once a man wields a gun or a stick, that means the police officer or something, we forget our rights. We just comply. They've beaten obedience, or subservience into the average Nigerian, the average Ghanaian, the average Cote d'Ivoire, Ivorian, and that's why, these uprisings are coming up. People are beginning to rebel because they've been beating us for too long. However, the question is valid because, ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to listen to, I know you can't see it, what you're about to listen to is a teenager, a boy, right? A teenage boy speaking to his mom.
I don't pay the school fees. If you are not paying the school fees, have you ever paid any school fees for anybody here?
I have not paid.
It's not because that is trouble, because that trouble because you are doing this rubbish.
Okay, I'm waiting.
You tell me that you just take your shit, I will not go to school. Okay. I don't blame you.
You see yourself on internet.
It's me now, what concern you? I pay anybody. I never paid anybody say anything for anybody here.
No, I have not.
I'll pay for me.
Pay the bill, which school fees?
Yes.
If you are doing your then not pay this time now. Tell mom to pay your school fees this time now. Because it's that I don't pay the school fees, that's why. I don't blame you.
Mom, she used to pay for my party car. Mom, she pay for my school.
Who's paying for the party car? It's not the school that asking for the party car. Who paid for the school fees for the party car? The both you this house, who built it? Who paid for this house? It's not daddy. No, you don't contribute any shishi.
Okay, I have not paid your school fees.
That is your fucking business.
Okay.
Apologies for the language there. But that's a teenager speaking to his mom. And there were several videos like that. And then came the Nigerians who were responding. The most common line is, we know how to handle this type. You just heard a teenage son insult his mother, swear at her. At this point, would it be okay to use corporal punishment?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH, all right, is where you find us on Facebook and on X. At Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. All right, then please do well. Send us a message, all right? Be part of the conversation. The number is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. All right, that's where you find us. Okay, all right, good. Let's get to it now. All right, this one here starts off. It says, Jude, I believe there are certain crimes, yes, crimes that a son or a daughter can carry that the father or the mother has every right to give either a slap or even flog the child. Let's not be kidding ourselves any longer. All this talk is where people have landed themselves in having very rude and very unruly children in society. We have parents who are now pampering and petting, talking to a child. You shouldn't be talking to a child. You should discipline a child. I am not saying you should abuse your child. I'm saying discipline your child. Your responsibility is to raise a good member of society, not to raise a miscreant in society. Your responsibility is to raise a good member of society, not a miscreant to society. No name there. Interesting. So, very simple question. Are there scenarios where corporal punishment is a must? Are there things that no. It's not. You don't talk. You give the person like 5 strokes of the cane. John is on the line from Rumokoro. John, good morning to you. Good morning.
Yeah, look, is it not in this station last year that a news broke out that parents went to school to fight and to beat a teacher that punished their child?
Yes.
Let's not replace corporal punishment to brutality. You understand? Those are two different things. But however, now even in the secondary schools, there is a standing order that you don't flog anybody's child. I don't know if that law is applicable here in River State. Anyway, me growing up, I remember in those days in my boarding school, in fact, whatever crime you commit, there is a commensurate punishment for it.
Okay.
Either you will be asked to go and uproot one dried Malena storm, or you will be asked to go and cut one firewood to make food for students, or you will be asked to pay water for a whole day, there must be a compulsory
Punishment.
for your-
Okay.
But now, parents are taking over. In fact, they are the ones that love their children more.
Mm.
In fact, growing up, you see one uncle in your locality that children will always be afraid of. Your mother will say, "I will go and report you to that man." You compose yourself immediately. Your mother will say, "I will report you to your teacher." Parents are going to school to report their misbehaved children to their teacher for punishment, for correction. But these days, every father has become a god or I don't know, an angel to his children.
Wait, John, let me get you clear. You believe that there are certain scenarios where corporal punishment is a must.
It's a must. Whether we like it or not.
You don't need to talk to the child or give the person Bible verse. You must punish the child.
I must punish. In fact, I cannot go to school to query any teacher for pity my child or misbehaving. I would never do it. And if my wife dies, in fact, what I will do to my wife will even be worse than what that teacher.
So you said, before I let you go, let me get you clear. You said that we should clearly distinguish between corporal punishment and abuse, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we can distinguish that, if more people can know the difference, if a child, like this son, insulted the mother, spoke to the mother in that tone, is that enough for that child to be given, let's say, 5 strokes of the cane, or, like you said, should be sent to the bush to go and pluck firewood?
That one deserves lashing. You can't send that one to the bush. It should be properly trained. How can you speak to your mom with that tone? If he's the one that works, makes the money for his father, that he will begin to query the mother for.
But John, you do know that the literature, the research shows that the more frequent you punish a child, right, by flogging them, right, or giving them corporal punishment, the more resistant they get. In fact, you heard the boy say that, flog me or beat me now. What is happening? Daddy's not around. Daddy that beat this house, not you. The boy is not afraid of being flogged.
No, the truth is, you cannot make a killing a routine disciplinary measure. You cannot. Like I said, there are compulsory punishment for crime. You understand? There are some you can ask the child to go and sleep, whether he's sleeping or not. You can ask the child to do that. You must not kill the child. But what that boy said to the mom, he said, proper duty. The father to come back and kill the boy for speaking to the mother and the father.
But what did the boy has been receiving caning and he's still talking like that?
I don't know if you understand.
What if they've been caning this boy and he's still talking to the mother like that? Because it doesn't look.
I think the father is backing the boy more than the mom.
Okay.
Because if you hear what he says, you don't do it because my father is not around. It means the father is the one spoiling that child.
I see. John, thank you very much. John speaking to us from Rumokoro. We'll take a quick break right now. I'll read your comments. They're coming through on the WhatsApp platform. Send your comments to 0809 030 6416.